everybody and welcome back to a house building video. It's been a while since I've done a large house building video and I decided to do the Byers house from Stranger Things. I wanted to do this for a very long time. I've seen other people do it, but I really wanted to do it my own way, so I haven't watched any of the other videos of people who try to recreate this. And I really tried to give my own vibe. I looked through some of the house plans, floor plans, and sometimes I found it very hard to put everything exactly where it should be. So consider some things as inspired, as some things as represented. I tried to create some moments of the series. Season 1, I believe, in there. Yeah, season 1. And I hope you guys can appreciate this little Stranger Things moment. So I am addicted to the series from the beginning. I watched it from the beginning, and I think season 3 was amazing. And I've done one video before on this channel of something like series related. It was from Wings Club, and I thought, like, why don't I try to do this more? So as you can currently see from the floor plan, it's actually quite large. I shrink it in just a little bit, not too much. So I know that the real Byers house is very tiny, but I wanted everything to fit in and wanted enough space to actually play with the build. So don't kill me that it's actually larger than the house of the series, but I want it to be a cool house, very chill, actually usable. So if you want to play in this house, you can, and you can enjoy this build really well because it is functional. It has everything that it needs. I think in the end it actually looks like an old American house, and you might even think it really looks something like the house from Stranger Things. So I wonder, do any of you guys watch Stranger Things? Because I have a friend of mine who really doesn't watch these series, who hasn't watched Game of Thrones, not Stranger Things. So I always, I'm not surprised if anyone doesn't watch it, but I'm always very intrigued of people who are and who aren't. So I found this wallpaper which actually looks like the real wallpaper from the series, and I'm really happy that there was something resembling it a bit. And I found a hard part to know how the actual rooms from here were going really like, because I saw some shots that the TV was on the other side of the room. I saw shots that the TV was in this room, so it might not actually be right. So if you download this house and you're really fond of how it was actually looking, you could put it the right way. Maybe send me some screenshots of how you would have put it, but I just wanted to capture mostly the vibe of the house and the real old style of it. So I think the bathroom was actually one of the easiest, and I think Will's room was quite easy. I went with the theme that he was gone, so they were all just lightnings, like the lights that Joyce put up there. And sorry if you don't know Stranger Things and haven't watched the series yet, I'm very sorry, it's very hard to understand. But I tried to capture some moments of the series, so it actually looks a bit like the scenes. So if you watched last Monday's Sims video, you know that I'm currently in Berlin. I will currently be very happy because yesterday I went to the tropical swim paradise. I will going there on Tuesday, and today it's I think, I'm not sure, I might be in the zoo or be on a bicycle. I'm not sure what I'm exactly gonna do on this day, but I'm pretty sure that I will enjoy myself. I really like Berlin. I've been there once. Do you guys, one of you guys, live in Germany, and where? And have you ever been to Berlin? And so yeah, what do you think, or what did you thought of it? And do you ever want to go to Berlin? Let me know down in the comments. And if there are any sometime in the future Americans watching this, are these types of houses really there? Because I always see like these old American types of houses, and I always wonder like, is it actually that much wood? Is it actually that much browns? Like, I know in the Netherlands, when you go to very old places, it's actually very, very browny, very old yellowy, and it has a charm. I really do like it sometimes, but I'm happy that I don't live in a house like that, because it's very noisy and you hear a lot of sounds coming through, and I'm not a fan of that. So yeah. I'm not gonna tell any more about Stranger Things, I believe, because I don't want spoiler for anyone who hasn't watched it. I don't want to like say things like, it's been a while since I watched season 1, so I don't know how accurate my knowledge currently is. But this is Jonathan's room. I believe it was on this side. He has a lot of CDs. He's more a rock person, so I put down a lot of posters. But it was kind of hard to actually make all sense of it, because the rooms are not the same place. But I know he loved photographing, so I worked with the cameras. I thought like he loves music, so maybe once he bought a guitar, put some more posters down. And Will's room is more like with stuff like more toy related, and Jonathan is more like a teen, very lazy, lousy, has his stuff laying all around. And this room was actually more easy to make, as one scene of the series actually plays in here when he feels the monster, and he actually looks into the mirror, so that part was quite easy, but I didn't know what I was gonna do here, so I just put down some clutter. It's not really full, but I thought like Joyce is very messy, so some stuff's laying around, some isn't. And as this house is actually quite tiny, I imagine that there is maybe a washer here. I don't have laundry day, so I just put down a couple of cabins just to make it representative, like actual things going on here. But as it's such an old house, I made it a lot dirtier and gooier, because it's one of the worst houses of all the Friends. So I thought like, I'm gonna do like this very old, and Joyce doesn't have the money to actually rebuild this place. Here I was looking at pictures of how the kitchen actually looked, because it's kind of yellowy, whitish, but not really yellowy. I couldn't figure out where the actual fridge was from the pictures, and it was such a long time since I've seen the series that I just plopped it down in that nook eventually. I did saw the 2 cabinets up there. I saw the sink and the oven, so I just placed that down, but then I realized it was quite an empty space, so I messed around with some of the utilities. I messed around with where the table was actually gonna end up, because I really wanted to be just a functional and okay, decent looking room. So what do you think of this house so far? So guys, it's been such a long time since I've done one of these videos sitting down with you guys, that it's a bit different. I've got so much time to talk about you guys. So Friday will be another episode of SimCity. I'm really excited for the one in the end, and I think next week's episode will even better. And next week is my birthday, so there will be a bonus video, and I hope you guys will enjoy it. It's gonna be a birthday video, so you might guess what it's gonna be. It's sim related, and I hope that you guys will enjoy it. So the only thing left for this room is that this will actually be more homey, so I put down a couple of plans, but there isn't really much to this house. I do end up making Joyce's room, but I really didn't know how Joyce's room was looking, so I just put down a bunch of stuff, messy stuff, that her room is actually looking a bit better, because she doesn't have a lot of place to put down her stuff. She doesn't have a lot of cupboards and closets to put down anything, that I thought like, well, she might as well put everything here, and it's very messy. But she does have some posters and some old stuff laying around. And in the end, I looked up what everything that is in the house of Byers. And there's also a shed and a dog's house. I didn't include the dog's house, but I did include the shed, but it's not as detailed as from the series. It's just a little block hut, little shed. And yeah, it's almost the end of the video. So if you enjoyed this, let me know. And if you think I did a well job, also let me know. What would you have changed? And let me know what you think of the series. And I will get you guys at the next video Friday. And hope you guys will have an awesome week. And I will speak to you guys later. Bye guys. Love you.